So before I begin, I want to clarify a few things. One, I'm making this video, I guess in honor of Jets Week. This is obviously a big rivalry for the Dolphins, and if Sam Darnold goes out there this Sunday and completely shreds the Dolphins, good for you. It's against the freaking tanking Dolphins, so no, I don't care if I make this video and he does that. And then second, it's not over for Sam Darnold. I understand he's a young kid. He's like, 2 years older than me? He's got plenty of time, and he has shown some flashes. I'm not denying that. He looked good in the Cowboys game, and he actually started to kind of come along a bit at the end of last season. But there's just a few things I want to clarify about Sam Darnold, and I guess just one major thing, but it is definitely playing a giant factor with Sam Darnold. So let's just get into it here. I remember in the 2018 season, I guess you could say, before the draft, I saw all these mock drafts and videos and everything about how Sam Darnold was the number one prospect. Like, he was the best prospect since, like, Andrew Luck. If the Browns don't take him at the first pick, they're just dumb. And I was like, man, is he that good of a player? So I looked at his tape, I looked at some of his highlights, and I really just wasn't that impressed. There's two main things for me. Obviously, one of them, yes, is his decision making, and that is the main thing. But it's also like, what about him was like so much better than all the other college quarterbacks? So I'm gonna compare him to all the other quarterbacks that were taken in the first round that year and go over a few quarterback attributes and say if he really was that much better than everyone else. So I'm gonna look at arm talent first. I don't think Sam Darnold had a better arm than Baker Mayfield. I don't think he had a better arm than Josh Rosen. Honestly, I don't think he had a better arm than Josh Allen. He doesn't throw the most accurate ball, but I think he has a better arm. And he probably had a better arm than Lamar Jackson, but that's still 1 compared to 3. So he wasn't better at that. Then obviously you're going to look at pocket awareness and decision making. You got to be a good, obviously, quarterback throwing in the pocket. And then, like I said, he threw a bunch of turnovers. And then obviously the other quarterbacks were better at that, besides, I guess, Lamar Jackson. But then you're thinking, well, if you're not that good at at throwing in the pocket, then I at least want you to be mobile. Kind of like what Lamar Jackson does. You know, they don't expect him to throw the ball a bunch, but they use him to run around because that's his biggest strength. Well, he was obviously not more mobile than Lamar Jackson, not more mobile than Josh Allen, and not more mobile than Baker Mayfield. He was more mobile than Rosen, but again, that's 1 compared to 3. The only thing I think Sam Darnold was better at compared to all the rest of them was his size. I will admit that. I'll admit it. Sam Darnold has a pretty good body for a quarterback. He's not too small. He's not too big. He has a good body. I like his size. I'll say that. But again, that's just one thing. So looking at all those things, it's like, is he seriously that much better than all the other quarterbacks? And plus, he's just young. He needs a few more years to really get that good, but are you going to help him? Because again, say what you want about just, you can't call him a bust for going to the Jets. Yeah, well, that's what the Jets do. They're the Jets. They screw up everything. And then, obviously, if you don't look at it just compared to the other quarterbacks, he still hasn't been that good. He's not slow, but he's not like that fast either. And then he has been really bad reading the field. And then obviously it got so bad that people made the whole seeing ghosts meme. I guess perfect for Halloween, right?
Seeing ghosts.
But anyway, so he's been terrible. I mean, he is not throwing excusable interceptions. These are really bad ones. They are literally straight to the defender every time. There are so many reads last year and this year where it's like, dude, what in the world? What are you doing? Like, they're not excusable ones. It's not, oh, the ball got tipped. Oh, that was just a hard throw. Oh, his receiver dropped it. Oh, his receiver fell. Like, no, these are just flat out terrible reads. And it's like, he did that in college. It's like, did people think all of a sudden the NFL was easier? Like, how is that not at least a concern for all these other teams? The only thing he had was the size. But if he can't go out there and use it, then why do people hype him up so much? It's not over for Sam Darnold, and he could certainly fix these mistakes. But it's just not looking that pretty either. And it's not like he doesn't have talent around him. He's got a good quarterback coach, say what you want about Adam Gase, but he freaking got Brock Osweiler to take off against the Bears defense, Ryan Tannehill to, at least statistically, look like a franchise quarterback, and he even got the best out of Jay Cutler. So he has a decent coach for the job. Not saying Adam Gase has done things perfectly this year. And he has Le'Veon Bell out there that can help him out. Robbie Anderson's still a good receiver. He's got some decent weapons to work with. There's really not that much of an excuse for him to still be bad. And again, I know it's just his second year. He has time. But the concerns that I had for him heading into the NFL are really showing. It was that he was never, ever good at reading the field, and that is clearly being the case. And he was not that much better than every other quarterback, and that is also, I guess, not clearly showing, because Baker's having a down year. Rosen, frankly, is not getting a bunch of help, but he hasn't been that good either. But still, it doesn't all of a sudden make Sam Darnold good. So, again, he has time, but I just wanted to get these things out of the way. I don't know why people were that high on Sam Darnold. I don't know. Hopefully he can turn things around. I also hope he doesn't, because I'm a Dolphin fan and I hate the Jets. But I don't know. We'll see what he's got.